Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? ANZD here with a quick stimulus check update and what's going on in regards to the second and third stimulus check. And this is an update on what's going on in Capitol Hill. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great weekend. Now, you know the rundown is going on right now in Washington, D.C. First, we have President Joe Biden. He's trying to fill up his cabinet seats, and that means requiring some of the Senate to approve some of his cabinet members. And it's also kind of a standstill because at the same time, they're trying to negotiate a third stimulus check and also ideas and plans going forward for the impeachment of President Donald Trump. Now, a lot of people are saying they're going to be wasting money trying to impeach Trump, and it's waste of time and money instead of focusing on vaccines, stimulus packages, and different ways in order to overcome this pandemic. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Before I continue this video, please make sure you hit that like button so YouTube and the algorithm can know that this video is of value to you and to others. So as we continue to talk about the stimulus check and the stimulus package, it's a big push for a third stimulus check. And we're talking about the $1,400 third stimulus check that was promised. It was promised by President Joe Biden, especially when he was campaigning for the Georgia Senate seats. When he was going about and campaigning for those Democrats in order to win those Georgia Senate seats, he was saying as part of his campaign that if those Senate seats are won by Democrats, that he will be doing a $2,000 stimulus check to the people. Now, I guess a lot of people ran with that and was saying, yes, $2,000 stimulus check. Yes, let's get these Democrats into those Senate seats, because once you get those Democrats into those Senate seats, then it will be a 50-50 split, and it will be able to be a tiebreaker by having Vice President Harris come in and do the tiebreaker, and the Democrats can knock off everything. And they will go about doing that by using a tool that's called the budget reconciliation process, where you can just go in, do the tiebreaker with the Vice President Harris come in and do the tiebreaker, and you can push certain things through. Now, it's only a certain amount that they have. And a lot of people are saying that President Joe Biden right now, he shouldn't be using that, because what it is trying to say like, okay, well, he's not trying to meet on common grounds. He's just trying to push things through, especially a lot of people. It's kind of, especially a lot of people's kind of criticizing him for using those executive orders and pushing certain things through without going through Congress. And at the same time, he's getting a lot of praise because that's what was needed. It was needed for a lot of people. That was needed, they said, from a president, for a president to step up and do certain things, do executive orders, and negotiate with the other parties in order to get things through. And right now, it's a big push for President Joe Biden's stimulus package, which will include a third stimulus check. It will be $1,400. Most likely it will be $1,400, not the $2,000 like everybody was saying. Oh, he promised $2,000 once he get those Georgia Senates in, and once he get the presidency, and once he takes over the office, he will be issuing $2,000. But if you really go back and check the tape and really think about it, he said that the $600 stimulus, the second round stimulus check, EIP stimulus check of $600 was only a down payment for the $2,000. So I don't think that he was saying, okay, well, you get this $600 stimulus check right now, which a lot of people still haven't received the EIP stimulus check of $600. And then going forward, you will also get another $2,000. He was not saying that. He was saying you will get the $600 EIP stimulus check now as a down payment towards the $2,000. So now that he's in office, he's pushing forward for that extra $1,400, will bring the total of the $600 and the $1,400, the total of those two will be $2,000. So that's where you get the $2,000 stimulus check in. Some people out there saying, oh, it's going to be another $2,000 stimulus check. The third stimulus check will be $2,000. Most likely not, because as you can see, there's not a lot of backing. There's not a lot of support for this new stimulus. There's not a lot of support and a lot of backing from the Republicans for this new stimulus package, this $1.9 trillion stimulus package, especially to have a $2,000 stimulus check on top of that, including a $15 minimum wage, along with state and local government. A lot of Republicans will not support that stimulus package. So what's going to happen? You will have to negotiate and say, okay, well, we were talking about $1,400 to make it a $2,000 check. And even as we speak, with that said, you still have a lot of Republicans not supporting it. So you have right now President Joe Biden. He's out there negotiating with some of the key Republican leaders that he think will also support the stimulus package, and also trying to get them on side, because he will need those, because you have some Democrats, a couple Democrats is not really feeling this $1.9 trillion stimulus package, or even doing a $2,000 stimulus check, which is actually $1,400 stimulus check. So right now, President Joe Biden is really trying to negotiate with some of the Republican leaders, some of the Republicans that he had support from when he was back in office and things like that, when he was back in Congress and things like that, to see if they can come along with his side, because right now, to start off his 100 days, he really don't want to do the reconciliation process and use that power that he have to do the tiebreak. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a lot of negotiation going on. It still hasn't been set forth in plans and documents yet, so we're still waiting for that. We're still waiting for the wording. And in addition to it, most likely, if this goes with negotiation, we probably won't see another third stimulus check until about beginning of March, until about the end of February to the beginning of March. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the second stimulus check, because I'm hearing only 10% of people was able to receive that $600 EIP stimulus check. That second stimulus check, the one for $600 per person, was also $600 per child, or is it $500 per child? With whatever it is, a lot of people still haven't received those EIP stimulus payment, either direct deposit. So what they're saying now is, if you haven't received a direct deposit, it might end up being that you will receive an EIP debit card or an EIP check. So definitely look out for your mailbox, and also make sure you don't throw away any mail that comes to your mail. Make sure you check it. Make sure it's not any junk mail. Make sure that it's not. And make sure you check it and make sure it's not your EIP stimulus payment, because it could be an EIP debit card or an EIP stimulus check at the same time. You never know, because they're saying, I guess they're not really going through a direct deposit because of the due date. Yes, the due date was January 15th. They got signed into law like December 27th. They had like 2 to 3 weeks in order to process this check. I'm not exactly sure the logistics or who exactly come up with these numbers or who wrote out these details, because right now you have a lot of family who were expecting to use that extra funding from the EIP $600 stimulus check in order to pay bills, rent, mortgage, towards rent and mortgage, whichever, towards bills, period. But now with the IRS department and the Treasury Department saying, if you haven't received that EIP stimulus check by 2 weeks after that due date, I think it was January 15th, so 2 to 4 weeks after that, which is about the time right now that went in. It's about 2 weeks past January 15th. So if you haven't received your EIP $600 stimulus check, whether direct deposit, by check, or debit card, what they're saying that we have to do now, well, I'm saying we because I haven't received mine, is we will have to go forward, and when we do our tax returns for 2020, we will have to claim that EIP stimulus check of $600 per person, $600 per child. You have to claim that on your 2020 tax return as a tax credit, which it basically was a tax credit anyway. So, like, some of the stuff there is like, it should just said, okay, well, wait for time to file your taxes and you get an extra tax credit. And going forward, it's going to be even more tax credit. It's going to be more child tax credits. There's going to be more earned income tax credits. So with all that said, how they're going to work all of that out in terms of the stimulus check, you have some people who haven't even received their first stimulus check, the $1,200. So that means they probably even received the second. And now we're talking about a third stimulus check pushing forward towards maybe February, end of February, the beginning of March. A third stimulus check should be coming out of $1,400. So for some people, that's a total of about $3,200 that they haven't received. So should they go ahead and claim that on their 2020 tax returns, because not exactly sure of the wording and when they're going to get the third stimulus check out. But if they don't do the third stimulus check until after, people file their taxes, will people be able to get that stimulus check cut to them, or would they have to wait until the 2021 tax season in order to get the $1,400 stimulus check? So it's a lot of things that they're going to have to work out, a lot of details that we're going to have to find out. And hopefully things can go fast, the process can go fast. The word is right now that IRS is not processing any tax returns for 2020, and you will have to wait until about February 12th. That's when they're going to start processing tax returns for the 2020 season. So we're going to see how that goes. You know, people are going to have to wait until then to file for their $600 EIP stimulus check, in addition to maybe also claim the $1,400 EIP stimulus check. A lot of things going to be going on, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 100 days. Make sure you stay masked up. Make sure you're washing your hands. Keep your hands away from your eyes, nose, and mouth. Make sure you're practicing those social distancing. And also make sure you hit that like button so you can know when I'm going to be doing another video, or when I publish another video, or even going live. So once again, it's AZD. Make sure you continue to be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Peace.